Hi, I'm Morgan. This is Noodlehead Mix. Today I'm going to be baking the best carrot cake with cream cheese frosting. This past week was my grandma's birthday and it's one of her favorite desserts, and so we're celebrating this upcoming weekend, and so I wanted to bake it for her. Today, for our music choice, I didn't put together my own playlist for this one. I was lazy, but I wanted to try to find like some sort of like my grandma's playlist or something, and I did. Spotify has so many options, but yeah, so that's what I'm listening to today is my grandma's playlist. It's just a lot of kind of oldies like rock. I think that's pretty much the most of it. Yeah, it's kind of like 70s, 80s music. So with that, let's get started. Oh, also, I am drinking coffee. Yes, it is 11:41. Just needed a little something, something. Colorado Springs, highly recommend if you've never been. It's amazing. There's a city right next to it. It's like a town. It's called Manitou Springs. I would live there. I loved it. It was like a actual like mountain town. It was amazing. I loved it. Been there twice now. Amazing. So good. Okay. So we need to set the oven to 350 degrees. This recipe calls for flour, baking powder, baking soda, ground cinnamon. This also calls for ground ginger. However, I don't have it. I've made this recipe one other time. I made it for my sister's birthday earlier this year, and I decided, talking with my husband too, that to use ground nutmeg instead, because it's kind of the same intensity as ginger, but it does call for half a teaspoon of ground ginger if you want to stick to the exact recipe. Salt, vegetable oil, 4 eggs, light brown sugar. This might just be normal brown sugar. That's what we're gonna use. Just normal sugar. This calls for unsweetened applesauce. We have some vanilla extract. And last ingredient for the cake is the shredded carrots. So the icing is also going to be homemade, and that calls for cream cheese, butter, room temperature, also room temperature for the cream cheese, powdered sugar, and some more vanilla extract. So first thing that it says to do is we're going to go ahead and spray our 2 cake pans that we have, just with some cooking spray. And it says that you can line it with parchment paper for easier removal, but honestly last time I did this, it came out perfectly. I didn't have any issues at all. It flipped right out. Okay, so next we're gonna get a large mixing bowl and take a sip of coffee. All right, and we're gonna whisk together. We're gonna start with the flour first. And also, you saw me struggle last time with the flour. So I decided, instead of using like 1 cup, which yeah, is easier, but it's not easier to get it out of here, I'm instead going to use just like a smaller cup, so that way I can just easily scoop it out. That'll just have to be more scoops, but whatever. So we need 2 cups. Let's see if the half fits. I will have to get this. Actually, yeah, you can. Let's do a little bit of that just to get it ready to go here. Let's see how this works. Okay, well, I guess not a half. We'll do a 1/4 because I'm bad at math, so this is easier for me. It was a lot easier. I mean, granted, it was a lot of pouring of the same item, but that's all right. whatever's easiest. And again, already making messes. Not as bad though. This is definitely a lot better than last time. Alright, so we start with the flour. Next is the baking powder, and this is going to be 2 teaspoons. Two teaspoons, right? Yeah. Baking powder. Next is baking soda, and this is going to be just 1 teaspoon. Cinnamon, so that's going to be 1.5 teaspoons. This way. I'm just using the 1/2 teaspoon just so I can get it in there to actually get it out instead of pouring it and then making a mess. Alright, so cinnamon and then ginger, but instead remember we're doing ground cloves just to make it easier. And it is going to be 1/2 teaspoon. I am just going to keep the exact same amount. Like I said, I did it last time and it was completely fine. Tasted really good. And then next, nutmeg. And the nutmeg is also, it's actually, sorry, it's gonna be 1/4 of a teaspoon. Okay. Alright, and then I'm just gonna kind of zhuzh it around and mix it up a little bit. Oh yeah, if you're wondering why I keep looking over here, I have my phone actually set up right now so I can see what is actually recording, which is so much nicer than my camera because I literally could not see it at all. That had to do with partly my tripod, partly just the way my camera is set up. Hence why you got the type of video that you got last time. This time is going to be better. Alright. So there's that. And then next, we wet together, it looks like all of the wet ingredients. So I'm just going to take my medium-sized bowl and we're going to whisk together the oil. Start with that first. And this is going to be 3/4 of a cup. Alright, so 3/4. Pretty close. Alright, so the oil, the eggs, let's see, it looks like all of them are going to go in. Can you guys crack an egg with just like one hand? My husband cannot. He tries, but he can't. I can, however. Alright. Oh! Last one. Alright, so the eggs. Oh, brown sugar. I guess it's not all wet ingredients. Brown sugar is going to be 1.5 cups. Now, since I just used this, I'm going to wash it out. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm just going to use this one because I have my brown sugar in kind of a smaller container too. So, boop, boop, boop. What did I just say? 1.5, right? Yes, 1.5 cups. Pull this way. I keep doing this. I keep getting containers that don't have a wide enough mouth, I guess, for this. Whatever. Alright. So 1.5. I might still get a different container. I just had this one on hand and I wanted to get the brown sugar just out of a plastic bag. We'll see. Alright, so that was 1.5. Let's put this little bit of extra in there. Alright, next is sugar. Sugar is going to be 1/2 cup, which actually, will that fit? I don't know if that'll fit. what do they say? A half a cup. Yes, a half a cup. Okay. Okay. There's that. Sugar, and then we're gonna do applesauce next. Before we do that, take some coffee. Applesauce is also going to be a half a cup, but since this is a liquid, I'm just going to use the half a cup. Make it a little bit easier on myself. Okay. So kind of like last time, if you know you don't want to watch the whole thing, or you know YouTube videos aren't your thing, or just like background noise, I'm gonna put the recipe and the playlist in the description so you guys can just automatically have it ready to go. But if you like hearing my voice, and you know, if you want to drink coffee with me while you bake, then watch and listen. So vanilla extract is next, and then we're gonna combine it, mix it up, and it is 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now we might need to open more. I have another one out here, because, oh, just kidding, that was enough. But I will require more later. All right, now we just mix. All right, next comes the carrots. So we need to put in about 3 cups worth of carrots here. Yeah, okay. I was thinking I maybe needed to chop these, which I probably could, but it doesn't say you have to, so. And it also says lightly packed as well, so you don't have to like shove as much as you can into 1 cup here. 2. This is a pretty good playlist, actually. I mean, it's basically just oldies, which some people don't like, but honestly, it's probably like my most listened to like music that I have on Spotify, on just like on my phone in general. It's mainly oldies. It's the best music. Literally the best music. And by oldies, I mean, yeah, I mean anywhere from the 60s to literally the 2000s. Like, I'm talking like oldies, but also like oldies, like 90s baby, you know, oldies. Okay. Alright, so then from here we just mix. I'm telling you, this looks disgusting, but it's so good. And I'll even tell you a trick that I did last time, because I yet again, I guess usually you put like walnuts or something, like on the outside of carrot cake or like on top. Yeah, I didn't buy that, like at all. Actually, here, while I'm telling you this story, next we're just gonna pour the wet into the dry ingredients. Anyways, last time I did not do that. As well as same as today. I did not purchase any extra like nuts or anything to put on top. But what I did last time, because I was desperate and I really wanted to put something on top, after looking up a couple different recipes and like advice from just like other people that have made homemade carrot cake before, I just did brown sugar on top. But this time, I'm not only going to do brown sugar on top, but I'm gonna put it in the center, because it tasted like, that was my favorite part of the whole cake, was like the part that had the brown sugar on it. And you know, talking with my sister, we both were like, yeah, no, this needs to go like in the center. This needs to be in every bite, kind of a thing. So that's gonna be my secret today. Okay. All right, so next we're just gonna pour it into the 2 pans. And we're going to bake at 350 for 30 to 35 minutes. I'll probably start with 30, just because of the type of oven I have, and then see kind of where that gets me. And then after that, it just transfers to a wire rack and it cools. And then in the meantime, I'm going to make the cream cheese frosting. Take another sip here. And I'm running low on battery, so this is honestly perfect timing here. All right, so you just want to pour as evenly as possible into the 2 cake pans, and just get ready to bake them, and then just throw them in the oven, like I said, for about 30-35 minutes. I'm gonna start with 30 and see where that gets me. I don't know if you guys can like hear the music, but it's definitely playing. I might actually turn it down just a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to do the cream cheese frosting. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of cream cheese frosting. I'm like really picky with it. Like, I'm kind of in a weird, like, I like cream cheese, like, as long as it's not like the main ingredient, or if it's just mixed really well with like the rest of the ingredients. We have Kenny. Kenny, come here. Come say hi, come here. Okay, never mind. But I really liked it last time. I don't know, but it just has more sugar than like what I've tried at like different places or what, but I liked it, so we're gonna make it the exact same way. All right. So the first thing that you add, which I don't know if this is room temperature enough, so we'll see. It's supposed to be room temperature, but it doesn't feel like it. I think what, I don't know if you can hear my dog drinking water in the background, but that's what's happening. All right, so I think I'm gonna just pop it in the microwave for just a minute. Just to get it just a little bit softer. What are you doing? It's not for you. What are you doing? I think he thought maybe the food was for him or something, but it's not. All right, I literally just popped it in there for 10 seconds just because it needed to be just a little bit softer. All right, so now I'm just gonna beat it. All right, so it's all stuck in that. All right, and then kind of same with the butter, actually. I think I am going to pop it in the microwave for just a hot minute. Not a whole minute, but maybe just, we'll start with like 10 seconds and then see where that gets us. And by the way, this does calls for unsalted butter. And a half a cup, which on here it says 8 tablespoons, so I already had like 4. I think it was 4. Yep, I had 4 on that last little baby one, so I'm just cutting another one. All right, I'm gonna pop this in for just a second. All right, just a little soft, barely melted, perfect. Just get that there. All right, and then it just says mix for about 30 seconds to 1 minute, or until well combined and smooth, basically. Perfect. All right, next we add in the powdered sugar and the vanilla extract. So I'm gonna do the vanilla extract first, just get that out of the way. So it's gonna be 1 teaspoon. Let's see how much we have left in here. All right, so it's just about half, so I need to open the other one real quick. What the? How am I supposed to get this open? Here, I'll use this knife. And that was too much. All right, next is 2 cups of powdered sugar, which this is something I learned not that long ago. I don't know why no one told me this. I don't know who was keeping this secret from me or from the general public, but if you don't have powdered sugar on hand, you can just use sugar and blend it and it becomes powdered sugar. Who was hiding this? Who's keeping this secret from everyone? Now, if you knew that, pretend like you didn't know that, because I didn't know that. Don't make me feel bad. Accidentally got some cream cheese on this. Alright. Wow. I am actually doing really well with messes today. Not really having many, which is good. That's not like me. Usually shit is going literally everywhere. Oh, well, okay. I started talking. Alright, so now we mix until fully combined, and if you need to scrape down the sides of the bowl, it tells you to do that. So now I feel like this is going to go everywhere, so I'm just gonna kind of gently work this in a little bit, maybe. I just feel like it's gonna go everywhere. We'll see. Let's kind of move this down. We'll use this one. This is probably one of the tools I'll use to ice it, just because I don't actually have like a really good like icing like knife or whatever you'd call it. I don't know, something like that. It's good so far. Okay, let me put this aside. Actually, here, just set right there. Okay, I'm gonna keep mixing. All right, so look how nice and smooth. Okay, so I'm pretty much just gonna set that aside. Basically, we just have to wait and then wait for that to cool, and then you'll see me icing it here soon. Okay, bye. All right, timer just went off, so let's see what the cakes look like. All right, and then it's just the good old toothpick trick. So far nothing is sticking, so that's good. Actually, yeah, it's not sticking at all. So let's go ahead and get these babies out. Whew, it's hot. All right. Go ahead and turn your oven off, and then so you can see. I'm gonna let these cool for just a couple of minutes, just in the pan, because they are literally straight out of the oven, and then I will transfer them to that cookie sheet that I have, with the cooling rack that I have over there. And then, like I said, we're gonna wait probably about 30 minutes. Like, I'm gonna eat lunch actually, and then go do some laundry, and then probably by then I'll come back and we can start icing. Okay, I think that'll be it. So next time you see me, I'll be ready to ice the cake. All right, so cakes are cooled off now. So now it's time to trim them down, make them flat, and then ice them. First off, let me show you. So I am going to be using this cake stand because, one, it's cute. Oh, I forgot to take off the sticker up here. Anyway, I missed that somehow. It's cute. Might not be super practical to take, but it can just sit on my lap, or it can sit on my husband's lap whenever we're driving to the house. I actually got this from Walmart. The reason why I'm showing you is because it's cool. And I've been looking for some sort of cake stand for a while, and then I found this, and there's multiple uses for this. So first off, it's a cake stand with a cover, and then they technically count this as a second thing, but it's just like a stand, like a platter, so you can put multiple, like a dip in the center with things around it, or just a platter just in general. Then it is a chip and dip, or a veggie and dip tray. The last thing that it does, it's actually a punch bowl. So you can use it literally as a punch bowl. So it's just something, I guess, it's just kind of cool. I don't know. But today, like I said, cake sale. So I'm going to have to level off the cake. So I want to keep that cake because I'm going to use it to decorate the outside with. So I'm just going to put it into here once I'm done cutting it. So this, honestly, this came out perfectly. Also, by the way, I didn't need the parchment paper, just a good old spray was totally fine. It popped right out. So I'm just gonna try my best to level this as best as possible. Again, if it's not perfect, it's fine. Let's stick it right here. Right there. This is moving around just a little bit, but there we go. Okay. So just get that off. I'm just gonna set it in there. And that looks pretty flat, honestly. I don't want to take too much off just because I don't want to. I want to be able to utilize as much of the cake as possible. So get the second piece, and I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it just to have it cut. So that way I'm not trying to cut it with icing on it. I'll move it back over to the cooling rack once I'm done here. Is that you, Ryan? Hello? I'm recording. Yeah, anyone come say hi? No. Okay. Straight enough. What are you doing? Okay. So now I'm going to start icing the middle because I want to be able to put the second cake on top. So I just let this sit out just because it wasn't sitting out for that long, and so that way it's really soft and easy to ice. I didn't want it to be too hard or anything. And last time I didn't put a ton of icing on the inside just because I didn't want to like run out for the outer layer. So this time last time I had quite a bit left over that I was kind of piling on the top. So I'm gonna be a little bit more generous on the inside this time. Okay, cool. And remember, I said that I put some brown sugar on top last time and it was really, really good. Well, we decided that, no, this is really good. Like, it needs to be like all over the inside. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. So now I'm trying to decide if I want to put a little bit more on top just to get it to stick really well, but I don't know if that's gonna. What I might do here. Again, this is just me doing this. Like, this is probably like, I'm sure Gordon Ramsay is like, what the fuck are you doing right now? Well, this is what I'm doing. I want just a little bit of glue because I don't want it to move since I did put quite a bit brown sugar. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gluing it. So just very carefully. Perfect. That actually worked. Actually worked really well. I'm surprised. Okay, so I'm just kind of cleaning up a little bit here. Clean up the edges, getting it back centered here. Okay, and no, I do not have an actual like icer. So I'm just using this because it's what's working. So it's probably not gonna look perfect, but that's okay. Okay, I think this looks pretty good. Okay, so it's got a little bit off center, but not bad. So we're still doing okay. So now, literally last time, I just crumbled this up. Can you see this? See this okay? Yeah, so this is the cake that I cut off. And I'm just crumbling up kind of small. I don't want any like huge chunks here. Okay, so now, I'm just gonna use this on the outside, just to give it a little bit of decoration. I'm excited for everyone to try this, since I have made it one other time. I mean, I liked it, my husband liked it, and my sister really liked it, so I mean, I'm excited for other people, and they're gonna be like, oh cool, like what cake mix? Like, did you use? None. It's fucking homemade, baby. And that's what you're gonna say whenever you make this too. It's homemade, baby. From scratch. Scratch, I tell you, scratch. And there's like a smell, an actual smell probably, of icing left. And last time I just like packed all of the leftovers that just didn't get used and put the icing on it, and then Ryan and I just ate it like a little like cupcake almost. All right, I'm almost out of battery. So the last thing that I'm going to do to this is put brown sugar around the edge. So that's gonna be it here.
No, I don't want to.
Say hi.
No. Candace, come with me.
Okay. I'm almost done. Alright. Ryan did not want to say hi. That was honestly rude, but whatever. I'll just say hi for him. Okay, so again, this looks a little bit messy actually, but that's okay. So it's done. I might like pack this just a little bit because some stuff is still kind of falling, but it's not bad. There it is. That's it right there. Right there, right there. All right, just so you can see this. Let me move this out of the way too. So you can get a little bit of an up close here. Up close view. This is what it looks like. And then, just so you can see that. It's good. Okay, it's done. So, you possibly just also finished making a carrot cake from scratch. Honestly, super easy. The hardest thing I think is literally icing it and putting it together, and that's it. So, like I said, I'll put the recipe in the description below, as well as the playlist that I'm listening to. So yeah, you made a carrot cake. So see you guys next time. Okay, bye.